I think we can definitely beat our opponents this time.
Yeah.
So don't put down your weapons and go into battle.
Hey, what a cool motivator you are, JJ. Now, I'm pretty sure we're not going to lose to this gang. Although it's like they're outnumbered, so they have a numerical advantage.
Whoa.
But we'll have higher morale.
Wait, Mikey, don't you think we're losing?
What?
And I don't mean to sound weak, but we should run, because I don't want to get destroyed right here. So we should just hide somewhere else.
It may not be a very nice thing to do, but we have no other choice. And by the way, why don't we hide in one of the caves? I don't think anyone will be able to find us there,
No.
as long as we can get out.
Well, that's it.
Whoa.
Now we're out of reach. And by the way, I didn't expect the pyramid to have such a convenient mechanism. I hope it works in reverse too.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's take a look around.
Oh, you think we're gonna find anything here?
Yes!
Looks like we have a small number of zombies ahead of us. But since I have a sword, I don't have to worry. And by the way, don't you think this is kind of a weird cave? There's even a challenge course. Should we go through it?
Sure, let's give it a shot.
Yes.
Because it seems to me that if we get through this pyramid to the end, we're gonna get a really cool reward. And since it's a very ancient structure, I'm hoping there'll be a mountain of gold.
You're right, though. There's usually a lot of gold hidden in the
Really?
pyramids. But aren't you afraid we'll have to fight mummies? I don't believe in them, but anything can happen. And then we'd be in trouble.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be fine. Now let's go. Well, let's move on.
Yes.
And I think I'm getting the hang of this whole ordeal. It's hard to mistake the sound of arrows for anything. Do you think we have any chance of passing this challenge?
Booyah!
I think it's a tough one.
It's a lot simpler than you thought. It was a little painful, though. Now we just have to go through a little maze, and I take it the retractable spikes were supposed to be a problem, but they weren't.
You're right, it was very simple. And now there's some kind of weird door in front of us. Come quickly to me so we can open it.
All right, let's go upstairs and see what's waiting for us.
Yeah.
And I really hope we didn't do all this for nothing, because I don't plan on leaving without a reward. Mikey, can you see anything up there?
Unfortunately, it looks like we just found another passage in this pyramid.
Oh no!
And I know how sad you must be right now. Because I, too, had hoped to find a lot of gold here.
Booyah!
But something went wrong.
Look, don't you think we're just unlucky? Let's go to some other temple or pyramid. I think we might find a good reward sooner or later.
Seriously?
And then we'll leave the desert.
All right, let's give it a shot. And I think we're gonna find something in that temple. But be prepared to fight a lot of monsters. You've got your weapons,
Yes.
though, so it's okay.
I'm not so sure there are monsters in there, but they won't be a problem for me anyway.
Yep.
Who would have thought our comrades would be in this place too?
Whoa.
And I'm so sorry you have so many wounded. We'll help you heal them all now, but I understand no one will give us time to rest.
JJ, what are we going to do?
Boom, boom, boom.
We've been attacked by an even bigger gang than last time, and we only have half of our original army, so there's no way we can beat
Yes.
them. Why don't we just run away?
Everyone can't escape
What?
because you need someone who can hold back the opponents. And does your army really want to give us a chance to
No
escape?
way.
Go away, we'll buy you time.
Oh no!
No one in our squad would leave even one warrior behind. So we'll stand here until the last man is gone.
Ah!
You'd better go.
Thank you so much for such an act. JJ, we need to take advantage of being let go. So let's run as far away as we can. And I think there's a pyramid somewhere in that direction.
Whoa.
Let's find it.
I hope you've shown us the right direction. Looks like our friends decided to get revenge on that gang for what they did.
way!
That's why there's gonna be a big bang in here real soon. And I'm sorry we couldn't save all the fighters.
That's terrible. I never would have had the courage to blow up like that. But of course I realized they had no choice. So all we can do is thank them and move
Yes.
on. Because we have to hide.
Let's just move on for now, because we definitely can't go back. And by the way, you said something about a pyramid.
Look, there's the pyramid.
Booyah!
I told you we'd find it sooner or later. And let's hurry up and get inside. I think we can not only hide in there, but also find something valuable.
Mikey, I'm having a little trouble here. Looks like I'm in quicksand. So if you don't help me out, I might drown.
Seriously?
Then I sure as hell don't need no pyramids.
Don't worry, you won't drown. Because this is some very fine sand. And now that you're free, let's continue our exploration of the pyramids. Somehow, I'm really enjoying this.
Thank you for helping me, because without you, I would have wasted a lot more time. And now we can get inside this pyramid. Although, you know, I think it's a little dangerous in here, at least because there's live mummies.
That's terrible. I told you this could happen.
No.
And you didn't believe me. It turns out we have to be as careful as possible in this pyramid scheme. But if there are guards, there must be treasure, right?
You're right. But to get to it, we have to go through a lot of challenges first. The second of which is parkour. How lucky we are to have that challenge.
Yeah.
Because we're actually professionals in the sport.
Looks like we have a new challenge.
Yes.
And I guess all we have to do here is just walk the fine line. I think this is one of the easiest trials I've seen in a while.
Whoa.
Let's not talk ahead of time, because
What?
chances are it's only going to get more complicated. But you're right. I don't think this pyramid is going to be complicated. And here's another one, the maze. This is where we just have to find a way out.
When you think about it that way, the maze is not such an easy challenge, because I personally find it very hard to remember where I was and where I wasn't. So I'm counting on you to quickly find the exit and lead me to it.
Not to say I'm a maze pro, but I'll give it a try at least. Because if we wander around too long, we could get into trouble. And I don't want to stay here forever.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine.
Yes.
I know you're a real professional, so I'm just gonna trust you and walk behind you. And if I see anything weird,
What the-
I'll let you know.
Mikey, we made it.
No way!
I knew there'd be some kind of reward after the maze. And one mummy wasn't going to stop anyone in that room. So let's go get the gold and run away.
I'm so glad we were able to find the treasure after all.
Booyah.
And do you realize how much gold there is? If we can carry it all away, we'll be the richest people in the world.
Whoa.
I like that a lot.
Do you realize we could find more pyramids?
Seriously?
Well, let's get the gold as fast as we can and get out of here.
Yes.
Because I think there's plenty of other treasure to be found. As long as we don't get attacked by any more bandits, because there's 2 of us.
And you're right. No one else can protect us. That's why we have to be careful. But I don't think there's anything left of the bandits. Because that explosion was so big, they wouldn't have survived.
By the way, I think there's some kind of secret passage.
Whoa.
So after we get all the gold, let's go up it. I guess that way we don't have to go through the whole pyramid ordeal again.
You're right. It's better for us.
Yeah.
But don't you think this exit is a little too suspicious? Because anyone could have found it, and then there wouldn't be any gold here. So let's climb up carefully.
What the?
JJ, we have a very big problem here. Who would have thought we'd have a whole army of bandits waiting for us at the exit? What are we supposed to do now? I don't think the 2 of us can handle this place alone.
Boom, boom, boom.
So we run?
You're right. We should run away. But we can't just do that. So first, I'm gonna have to clear the way a little bit, and then we need to figure out which direction to go from there.
Hey, let's just run somewhere. Although if you think about
Whoa.
it, you've pretty much wiped out every bandit in here. I didn't realize you were so strong. Then why are we in such a hurry? We can relax for a while.
You're right. It's a lot simpler than I thought. But that doesn't change the fact that we have to hurry. I want to find more treasure.
Seriously?
So follow me.
Look, there's a village
Whoa.
here. And why don't we ask the villagers about that weird bandit leader? I think at least one of them must have noticed something
Yes.
weird. Or it's all for nothing.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
And I think it's better to ask the head of the village, because he's obviously going to know more than anyone else. And if anything, we can offer him gold.
All right, let's go. Just know that I'll be the one doing the talking. Because I have skills. Good afternoon, whoever is in this village. We have a question about a very bad warrior. Have you seen a rider on horseback?
I'll tell you more. I even know where you can find it.
What the?
But I can't just give you that information. Because I'm asking you for a favor.
What?
Destroy the mummy?
Of course we'll help you. You know, I think we're pretty good at taking down weird mystical monsters. So in just a couple minutes, we can do what you're asking. And I hope you're not lying either.
JJ, I think you'll be fine on your own. So maybe I'll wait for you here. I'm just gonna be in your way anyway. And this way you'll have more space.
Fine, I'll do it myself. And here I thought it would be a lot less adversarial.
Whoa.
Well, all these mummies are very weak, so I might be able to make it. But Mikey could still come with me.
Yes.
It's like he was too lazy to work for someone else.
JJ, I hope you're doing well there.
What the-
And I'll say it again, you'll do great. So until you destroy all the enemies there, don't even come
Whoa.
back. I won't let you out. So good luck to you.
Mikey, when I'm done with all the mummies in here and I get out, I'm gonna destroy you too. Who the hell are you to give me orders? You better stay out of my way and keep your mouth shut, because I'm the one with the sword, not you.
All right, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make you as angry as possible.
Booyah.
And I think I did a pretty good job of it. Well, don't be mad at me, because I'm getting scared.
Well, that's it.
Yep,
My
yep,
work
yep.
is done. If you want, you can go check it out. There are no more monsters left in there anyway.
Really?
And by the way, I think you should tell us where that rider went now.
Well, you really did what I asked.
Yes!
So listen, your rider ran toward one of the biggest pyramids, so you'll probably be able to find him there.
Thank you very much. You have no idea how useful this information will be for us. So JJ, are you ready to find our enemy and finally destroy him? I'm really looking forward to it.
You're right. I really want to fight with him too.
No way!
But you have to realize there's gonna be more than one opponent. So we shouldn't just run at them with our one sword.
Wow! Look, here come our adversaries.
Yes!
And like you said, there's more than one, but still not enough to scare us. So let's take out the guards and chase the boss.
You're right. We can beat them.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna be able to catch up to the boss fast enough. It's a very big pyramid after all, which means it's gonna be a lot more challenging than it was before. But we're gonna try.
And you know what's frustrating?
Huh?
It looks like whoever we're chasing knows about the secret passage in this pyramid. Because otherwise, he'd be going through the same ordeal.
Oh no!
Well, we just have to get to the end.
If I think about it that way,
What?
if we knew about the secret passage, we wouldn't be very interested in going through all that. For some reason, I still want to go parkour over the lava. And yes, I realize it's dangerous.
By the way, don't you think that all Sut pyramids have the same tasks? They're just a little more difficult here. Look, first we had the parkour. Now we have to get past the spikes. Does this remind you of anything?
Look, you're right. It does have the same missions as the other pyramid we were in. And if nothing changes, we're just looking at a more complicated version of the maze. But we can get through it.
You know, it's not that easy going through all this.
Whoa.
Because we have to concentrate so hard. And even so, I took some damage. And that's something I don't want to do before the main battle.
Don't worry, it's all behind us now. And I'm guessing it's gonna get a little easier from here. By the way, I thought you weren't gonna fight the boss.
What?
I have a much better chance of beating him than you do.
Oh no, I'm not leaving you.
Whoa.
And it's a little early for us to be thinking about it anyway. Because I'm sure there's more to this pyramid. So let's just get through this first.
If you think about it that way, there should be a maze next. Just as we thought, it's the same challenges, just a lot harder than before. But now that we have experience,
Yeah.
we should be able to get through it quickly.
Let me lead us now. Because last time I just followed you and there was nothing I could
Whoa.
do. So now I'm gonna show us the way back. As long as it's the right one and not a blind alley.
Come on, Mikey. I believe you can do it.
Yep,
And
yep.
for once, I can just relax and follow you. You know, we should do this more often, even though we're still only walking dead ends. And it's kind of stressing me out.
Well, that's it. I finally managed to find a way out. You were beginning to joke that you and I were lost. And look, now we have another challenge ahead of us. Is this parkour again?
Oh no!
Only this time it's gonna be a lot hotter.
Mikey, I wouldn't fall in the lava so often if I were you.
Seriously?
Because if you burn up in here, you won't be able to come back to me, and you're important to me as a friend and a partner. So why don't you just go through this parkour and that's it?
All right, I won't jump into the lava anymore. But I don't want to, because I can't stop burning. I really hope there's water for me to swim in next. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in trouble.
What a difficult testing streak we've had after all.
Hey, don't you think we're getting a little low?
No.
I think we're way past the pyramid, and it's really weird, because I didn't know this area had such large underground passageways.
Anyway, it's too late for us to go back, because I think we're more than halfway through the whole ordeal. And just think, we're still alive. So get your mind together and get through this parkour.
Of course I'll move on. After all, I didn't suffer for nothing. I want to fight the boss. And by the way, it looks like there's an army of mummies up ahead. So, could you take them out with a bow? I
Boom.
think that would make it easier for us.
Unfortunately, we can't take them all out, so we'll have to fight our way out. The thing to remember is that they're all very weak, so even your blows will be fatal to them. And then I'll help you in the fight too.
JJ, are you all right in there? I thought I heard someone fall in the lava. Although I've already checked myself that you can do it once and nothing will happen to you. By the way, it looks like we won't be having any more trials.
Looks like you're right, except instead of parkour, we're now facing a bunch of mummies. And unless we destroy them all, we can't go any further. But that's okay, I'll take care of them in a jiffy.
JJ, hurry up and get in here.
What the-
I think we're getting to that moment, because I can see the boss strip now.
That's it, Mikey.
Yeah.
Now all we have to do is defeat the horseman, and then we can do what we want to do. And it's better if we fight together, so he has less of a chance of winning.
I can't believe you guys finally got to me.
Yes!
But don't worry, I can still destroy you. Because I'm the strongest one here.
Seriously?
To be honest, I thought our opponent would be a lot tougher.
Huh.
But we've already managed to take out half of the boss's health, which means we're a little more likely to win. JJ, you didn't get hit, did you?
No, he can't even hit me. I think that horse is really getting in the way of the fight. But for us, it's just fine, because we can defeat this boss without any trouble and move on.
I take it my participation was unnecessary,
Huh.
because you're doing a pretty good job of fighting him on your own. Well, at least I get to watch the fight from the sidelines. That's pretty interesting, too.
That's it. I think I'm done with this boss. If I'd known he was so weak from the start, you and I wouldn't have run from it, Mikey. But now I'm glad it ended the way we wanted it to.
Hey! Look, we've got a lot of gold left, too.
Booyah!
Turns out we just had the best adventure ever.
Come quickly here. We'll celebrate with you. Look how many gold blocks we have. And if we sell it all, we can never work or do anything again.
Really?
So I'm glad we went to the pyramids.
That's actually really cool. And by the way, have you figured out how we're gonna get out of this place? Because I really don't want to go through this again.